This card here might be my most underrated pull so far in my Temporal Forces collection. So just a quick look through my collection so far. As you can see, nice 4-page. A few of my favourites there, the Turtwig Evolution line. That was one of my recent additions, Totodile. Needed that to sort of complete one of my favourite Pokemon as well. Needed that to complete some of the commons. As you can see, still walking Wake away from that there. Got Wug Trio in, needed that. It's one of my latest additions. Then I got Coal, which I needed there, as you can see, and Gengar X, got that one in. And then this is where loads of spaces start to appear. Got the Rebit Pod, need a couple of cards there. Obviously you can see next to Dealing, it's pretty on its own with Swarm. But yeah, there's loads of spaces now. This is where the collection comes to sort of its head. I need to get a lot of the more expensive cards. Medium Metagross there. And then we got some awesome cards. I got Gouging Fire, Walking Wake, Torterra. Yeah, ordered those newbies in, as well as Iron Boulder. And then I got Explorant's Guidance, Morty's Conviction and Salvatore. Still pretty empty, that page. And that page as well with my Raging Bolt. And that one as well, my Raging Bolt. These are just promos at the end here. But number 5, I have to say, as my underrated card, is this Raging Bolt here. The reason why it makes my top 5 is because when I started collecting Pokemon cards again, this was my first major pull. And I'll never forget opening that booster pack. It was my 3rd or 4th booster pack, I think. And I got that one, and that is why it makes my top 5. Then at number 4, again, maybe not for financial reasons or chase card reasons, it is Torterra, another one I picked from a booster pack, and just because, yeah, I love Turtwig, and I love Torterra, and I love those starters, Piplup, Chimchar, as well as the Kanto starters, the Johto starters, and just any starter in general really. So yeah, I love the way that looks as well, pretty epic. And then we've got at number 3 a recent addition, and that's the Gengar X there. I'm looking for the other Gengar, maybe that will replace it because that looks pretty cool, but for now this one I think is awesome, for a sort of slightly rarer than a common, but not a special illustration rare. But yeah, I love that one. And then number 2, which will surprise many people as to why it isn't number 1. I think you know where I'm going with this one. It is Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt right there. One of the chase cards of the set. Really extremely rare to get. But yeah, looks pretty epic as well. Looks like where you catch him in the game, which is pretty cool. I love that reference. And then we've got number 1 is, oh there he is, there's my number 1. Might surprise you, but Metagross, I actually think it's a really epic card, and I love Metagross as a Pokemon. And yeah, again, it has sort of sentimental value to me because one I pulled in a booster pack. So, And I think it was my first, I think Swarm was, but my second Destruction Rare. So there we go. That is my top 5.